I don't like the idea, like, you have the rumor that Troy died. I am Troy, you dumbass. Oh, or are you dead? No.
Yes, I'm a ghost.
Personally, I didn't want anything to do with Jeff or his brother, but ... he just looked so alone and upset that I had to do something. So I wrote him a note telling him that he had a friend in this place, and that I was going to testify at Lou's trial about what really happened. Really, a trial for assault. A minor.
Fucking for real? I just got what?
A minor on trial for assault. Really?
Also guilty of defending yourself. Also, she turned fucking around pretty quickly, didn't she? Like, oh, I want nothing to do with Jeff the killer, the psychopath. I despise him.
And let's not coy around it. We know what you really put in that note. Do you like me? Yes or no?
Yeah.
I left the note at his desk, signed with the letter J, before class started, then left the room. When I came back, Jeff was at the desk and the note was gone.
Jeff was such an imbecile, he thought he wrote it himself.
And now I just ripped it up. I get tired of these fucking fangirls always sending me shit.
Yeah.
Saturday rolled around and I was home alone while my parents were at work. The kid next door was having a birthday party. At the time I left my window open because I wanted a nice breeze in my room while I did my homework. But the kids were getting so loud that I decided to close my window. I'm glad that we had that detail.
Yeah. But the window was open and the window was closed. It represents many things in this story.
I was about to close it when I saw Jeff playing with the kids. He was running around wearing one of those fake cowboy hats and carrying a toy gun.
He looked totally stupid.
He looked so ridiculous I had to laugh. Maybe he isn't the monster I think he is, I thought. Ashamed of myself for suspecting he could have been one. After all, he did literally nothing wrong.
Yeah, like, okay, I thought a guy was a monster. You saw him from a distance, then you changed your mind, but then you didn't, and it's been, what, a day.
Yeah, basically, he had a fight with someone. He went a bit over the top with you presumably using his Ameridote skills.
Well, yeah, I mean, violence in general, you can't commit acts of violence even if they were completely called upon you without any of your control. So if anyone breaks into your house and holds a gun to your face and threatens your family, you need to go along with it because, I mean, sure, them killing your family and killing you is a bad thing, but bear in mind this, you'll die knowing that you didn't raise your hand to defend yourself.
Yeah, fucking terrible sentiment. There's no logic to that.
I was closing the window.
I was closing the window. I saw Randy, Keith, and Troy jump over the fence on their skateboards to where Jeff was.
Not a skateboard. Right. What? Two things. Once again, one of them is a fat guy. And second, presumably, how high is this fence?
I like this. Not again, I said to open the window. Window was magic. Voice activated.
But also, I wonder, like, not again, is she, like, not again, Randy, or not again, I have to open this fucking window. Oh, God, I'm tired of closing, open. Make up your mind, me.
I just imagine that she's so fucking fat, like she has this kind of automated chair, that she's too lazy to get up and open the window herself.
I imagine that's a very accurate description of the author, who, by the way, you guys are attacking authors, you don't do that, you just attack stories. When that author is a Nazi fetishist, I think it's okay. I saw Randy and Jeff exchange small talk, but I couldn't hear what they said over the sound of the kids yelling.
So, Jeff, how have you been this week?
How has it been since I framed your brother?
Oh, man, it's been...
Then Randy rushed at Jeff and tackled him. I was about to grab the phone and dial 911 when I heard Toby and Keith shout, "No one interrupts or guts will fly."
You just put Toby instead of Troy.
Doesn't matter. I looked out the window again and saw that they both had matching guns. I couldn't have called for help then without endangering the lives of others. I couldn't have called 911 anyway. The batteries in my phone was dead. The batteries was dead. And also your parents say no cops. And
also,
that's supposed to be a rule you live by.
And you don't have a house phone.
So, like, once again, it's like, you were there and you could have done something to change it, but oh no, I need to come up with a contrived reason of why.
Oh yeah, and apparently you live in a nice neighbourhood and yet your parents can't afford the line rental to have a house phone.
Not just that, but you mentioned before, like, I think the general idea of the first asinine reason you couldn't call the police was, you think from a storytelling perspective, okay, I got to put this in. This is a story element to why this isn't going to happen in the story. And then you make up another one.
It's not even a callback to them, as you know, my parents said no cops. It's just like, well, my phone was dead. Like, so there was no point for the cops bullshit earlier. There was no reason for it.
Yeah, you have three reasons, like, I was in a different house, but I didn't want to give it, so I gave in to their demands. I had no batteries, and I don't trust the cops.
You ever heard of something called Chekhov's gun, jackass?
Jeff was on his side getting kicked by Randy in the face when he grabbed his foot and twisted it. Randy fell over and Jeff tried to walk back to the house when Troy grabbed him by the collar and threw him towards the house. I heard glass breaking and I knew they were going to kill him.
I would like to read her dialogue from this point on. Randy, you asshead. Jeff the kid, and Jane the killer, they like to emphasize how beautiful she is for some bullshit reason, and I think that voice suits her better than anyone else.
I like Randy, you asshat. They're going to murder someone, and asshat is where you go with the insults?
Yeah, asshat is like when someone makes a fucking mistake or drops something or trips or like, you fucking asshat.
Somebody forgets to type up an important report.
Oh, you
Not when they
asshat.
throw a guy through a plate glass window.
Yeah, someone just like the Ku Klux Klan's out of my yard burning my house down. You assholes!
But he couldn't hear me over the sound of the kids screaming. I couldn't wait
The
anymore.
fact that you're in another fucking house as well.
I get it.
So I ran to my parents' bedroom and searched for my dad's cell phone. Why don't you have a house phone? He forgot it at home. My heart was pounding in my chest, knowing that the longer it took me to get help, the higher chance of someone getting killed was.
Your heart was pounding in your chest. Well, that's typically where your heart is.
My heart was pounding in my knee.
I finally found the phone, alliteration for the win, underneath the bed. I wasted no time punching in the numbers. 911, hello?
I need help. There's an emergency going on next door. Some guys jumped the fence and they're beating up someone. They've got guns. You need to hurry, please.
You sound like a New York Italian.
Yeah, like,
You need to send help. Hurry.
That's
What the
Borat.
fuck? That was Borat again.
Captain Lou Albano from Super Mario Bros. Super Show if he got his throat punched repeatedly.
I quickly told her my address and the address of the house next door.
Please hurry.
I said, "It's okay, just stay on the lid." Bang, bang, bang! I heard loud gunshots come from next door.
Cactus Jack, we don't have time for your shenanigans.
I yelped, because she was a dog, and dropped the phone. It landed on the ground, that was lucky, and broke.
I dropped it and then it flew out the window.
Then I ran to my bedroom window to try to figure out what was going on. But no sooner had I poked my head out the window, I heard the whoosh of a fire and the screaming, ...
Okay, you're in another house. You have just heard the whoosh of fire. That should be in the inside of someone else's house.
Yeah.
I'm going to make Jeff scream like that again when I find him.
When I fuck his brains out.
The only thing I can compare it to, but don't you know, he's Slenderman's kawaii boyfriendess.
No, it's Slenderman's wife, you remember?
The only thing I can compare it to is the death cry of an animal.
How many animals have you heard cry when you fucking psychopath? You judge him, and you're the one who's been going out to the woods
Murdering
killing
animals.
animals.
It was, at the time for me, horrifying.
And
The words
arousing.
of the story all around that sentence.
At the time.
Punctuation would be nice, but now it sounds like music to me, and there is nothing I want to hear more in the world than him screaming.
You what? How does he even come to this conclusion?
I saw fire spew out of the house like an angry dragon.
Okay, that didn't fucking happen before.
I ran downstairs.
What the fuck? From one thing of vodka, really? One bottle of vodka almost lit the entire fucking house on. God damn it.
Yeah, it was
And vodka.
Yeah, bleach
Oh,
and vodka.
bleach.
Well,
Vodka.
bleach isn't flammable, so we'll have to do something else with it.
Someone else who doesn't understand fire.
Bleach is about 80% water, and alcohol only burns up, it doesn't burn, and the bleach would put the fire out. Just wanted to address that because we didn't last time we did Jeff the Killer.
Because fuck science.
Yeah. But if you're, mind you, I probably didn't know that when I was 12, so let's give the author some credit.
Ah.
I ran downstairs, immediately got the portable fire extinguisher from the kitchen and ran outside. As opposed to the fire extinguishers that are sort of affixed to the ceiling. The portable fire extinguisher, indeed. As I was running, I popped the pin for the extinguisher for immediate use.
Did you pop the game as well?
I popped a boner. Luckily, the door was unlocked as I barged in, but when I saw Jeff, I completely froze. He was lying at the bottom of the stairs, almost completely on fire, with adults trying to put it out. Key.
Stop it now!
Covered in keys.
Guys, I got this bag of salt. Dump it on him.
So bits of his skin to all the commotion.
Grab something to put him out. I've got this big bowl of vinegar. Quick, use that.
Some parts pink, some parts charred, but it was all covered in red. At the sight of all this, I screamed, and then I passed out. Last thing I remember is some of the adults running towards me. Whether it was to help me or get the fire extinguisher, I don't know. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed wearing one of those gowns that a patient wears.
Why the fuck did you passed out?
You pussy.
Like, here's some smelling salts. Why are you in a fucking hospital? Like, Also, you have to pay to be in your hospitals.
Not just that, but are you trying to make yourself seem like a victim after someone just burned alive?
Yeah, all you did was faint. Big whoop. Wearing one of those gowns that a patient wears. Descriptive. A nurse came in a few moments later. She had long brown hair in a bun, hidden under her hat. Relevant.
How do you know?
Yeah, actually, how does she know?
Yeah, it could have been short hair in a bun.
Stupid bitch.
That's not a stupid bitch.
She looked like she didn't want to be there. I sympathised. I asked her what happened. All I know is that you were brought in with a few other kids because you fell and hit your head on a fire extinguisher, she said.
What the fuck? What? How were you holding it? The fire extinguisher? Like,
A fire extinguisher?
I reached up my hand and touched my head. I felt bandages and a large bump the size of an orange. Excuse me, the size of a orange.
You should be dead.
I'd been watching a anime. Then I remembered Jeff.
One of the guys that came in here with me. One with the burns. Is he gonna be alright?
She sighed. Listen, there was 2 boys that were brought in with you
Fucking hell!
that had burns. And no, I'm not letting you see him just because he's your boyfriend.
Just,
Oh god.
what?
Who talk-
And no one talks like this, ever.
I felt the heat rise in my face.
why? Like, why would you feel embarrassed when you'd be like, no? Like, if you go like, oh, like, Jacob, you're going out with Toby.
What?
No, I'm
No,
not.
you're not. There's no expression of face because that's not true. It's not like, oh dear. How could you think? No, it's like, no, it's not.
No, it gets worse.
I felt the heat rise in my face.
Doesn't make sense
This is
either.
my boyfriend. I'm just worried about him. Wouldn't you be worried about someone you just saw burning alive in front of you?
Oh, I need to quit on the smokes. Big Jane Lebowski. You see, kids, Jeff was a different kind of man. They didn't make him like that anymore.
He was a burning man.
Hey Jeff, you wanna fuck?
Her name is Big Jane Lebowski.
I tried to keep my voice steady, but my voice quivered enough to make it sound like I was lying.
Apparently, anyway.
Why?
Whatever, your parents are here, by the way, want to see them, she
No.
asked.
No,
Yes, of course.
Anything to get me away from that nurse. My
That
parents
bitch.
came in and the nurse finally left. They asked what happened. I told them everything. The fight, the note, that was totally irrelevant, all of it.
I knew that Randy was no good.
how?
My mum said.
Well, no, not Randy. Sorry, I thought Jeff. Yeah, but how did you not know? Like, if you had to drive her to school,
Yeah, I knew
why
he
is
was,
this a revelation?
I knew he was no good. No fucking shit!
So, have you heard anything about Jeff's condition?
I asked. No, not a thing, said my dad. We just got here as soon as we heard about what happened to you.
My dad was Odin.
But who told you?
I asked. I didn't think I saw anyone at the party that my family knew.
The hospital called us.
Mum said.
Luckily, the hospital can read minds.
I guess that makes sense. I mean, after all, I'm being ridden by a contrived, delusional Nazi piece of shit.
It made absolutely no sense to me, of course. How would someone be able to identify me without me having any form of identification?
Or maybe the fact that you live in a street, you go, oh, it's a nice street. Maybe they recognised you.
Yeah.
Like,
Dick.
I looked in the doorway and saw a man and woman standing in there. My parents followed my gaze and saw them too. Sorry, Toby?
Oh,
Well,
great.
oh, okay.
Why do I always get the woman's voice?
remember, the name's Big Jane Lebowski.
Excuse me, but is this Big Jane Lebowski's room?
The woman asked.
Yes.
My mother answered.
Who are you?
I'm Margaret, and this is Peter, my husband.
Sup, yo?
She gestured to the man beside her.
my nigga?
Alright, that's it from now on. He's stereotypically black.
I'll cover that.
We're Jeff's parents.
We Jeff parents.
I sat up in my bed.
Hi, this is my husband, Greg, and our daughter, Jane.
Mum gestured to me.
So you're the girl who ran in with the fire extinguisher.
You are fucking useless.
Margaret said.
Yes, I replied quietly.
Right, she didn't run in, she waddled in. 'Cause remember, she's massively fat.
I replied quietly embarrassed.
Right, she didn't run in, she waddled in, 'cause remember, she's massively fat.
I replied quite embarrassed.
Is your son alright?
Perfectly fucking fine.
Yeah. Absolutely fine.
He's okay, apart from the tube up his bum.
Is his penis alright? That's the only part of him I care about.
He came out of surgery a few hours ago. The doctor said he'll be fine.
The doctor's a fucking moron.
Doctors are always fucking morons in creepypastas.
Well, what do you expect from Flat Doctor? I want to insert his dick in me.
I relaxed at that thought.
That's good. Listen, I know what happened to Jeff and Leo on their first day of school.
Then I told Jeff's parents what really happened to Randy and his crew.
We had no idea that Jeff was capable of something like this.
Peter said.
Shit.
Shit, boy! That punk ass Randy!
Michael Bay's Jane the Killer.
I'm willing to testify that Leo didn't beat up anyone, and that Jeff only beat up Randy and his gang in self-defense.
No need.
Said Margaret.
Leo is being released from jail after what happened to those boys.
And not to mention the fact that there was no trial because it was a mild assault, you dumb bitch.
Yeah.
And he was a minor.
We just came to say thank you for trying to help our son, Jane. It warms our heart to see selfless people like you in your generation.
Jesus fucking Christ, like, she's such
No one talks like this.
Also, like, fucking Mary Sue, like, oh, you're such a fucking angel the way you failed at bringing a fire extinguisher. Congratulations, you can't carry something.
I blushed.
I did anything I did anything anyone would have done in my situation.
And
Not
probably wouldn't have failed at.
I looked down.
I'm not a hero.
Whoa. No one called you a hero, Jane. Don't put words into our mouth.
I'm sorry, Miss Fathead. Like, you're not a hero. You didn't pull a child out of a burning building. You failed to give someone a fire extinguisher. There's a fucking world of difference.
Nonsense.
Margaret said.
The least we can do is invite you over to our place for dinner when Jeff gets out of hospital. He's never getting out of hospital.
It would be my honor.
My mum said.
It's settled then. We'll get you as soon as Jeff gets out of the hospital.
We said our goodbyes and they left. About 2 days passed and I was allowed to be released from the hospital. During this time,
The fuck?
I had no contact with Jeff or his family.
Bump on your head
Yeah.
the size of an orange. You should have. That's a tumor.
But I heard that
Not
Lou was
a
released
tumor.
from jail and Jeff's wounds were healing. Presumably Jeff is going to go to jail now? No, we're never going to cover that, are we?
Right, I know, like, once again, self-defense, but a bit extreme the fact that, you know, you've murdered 3 people at the same time.
There's going to be some sort of investigation into, you know, the part where he took like a lamp and smashed a guy's skull in with it. When I got back to school, I became the centre of attention.
Why?
More or less because I was the only one who saw what happened at the party. But the only people I told about what happened were my friends,
Wonderful.
Danny, Marcy, and Erica.
I don't give a shit what your friends' names are. They're not going to come up in the story ever again. They exist only for you to further go with your character's fucking ego. Fuck you.
I didn't know what to tell them, so I told them what I saw.
What?
Sounds like Jeff got his ass handed to him, said Danny. She had raven black hair, with sapphire blue eyes irrelevant. She was usually the most level-headed of us.
Fucking my immortal.
Well, that's some fucking harsh things to say.
Well, at least you went down fun.
I went out fine. I heard he took those idiots to go to the hospital with him.
Erica snickered. She always dressed like she was from the 80s or something.
Riding in the 90s.
Long, thigh-high, rainbow-coloured socks with hair to match and always wearing some kind of backpack with her. Irrelevant.
Listen to this. This sounds like a parody of Mary Sue's. God damn it.
He also took Jerry to the hospital. Maybe she was trying to beat him up too. Marcy laughed.
Hey, stay out of my shed.
Did you just say stay out of my shack? You're not gonna bring up the robots next, are you?
No, she seemed to be the girly girl of our little group. She was blonde with brown eyes, and nearly every time we saw her, she had some sort of pink on her, whether it was the colour of the fuck. I'm just jumping to the next paragraph.
Or does your around there?
It's like just the words.
I love how apparently your parents didn't warrant a description, but these 3 random bitches who just showed up out of nowhere in the story deserve one.
Is this Nazi man's dream girls he's making up?
Apparently.
Yeah, pretty much. Like he wrote this story with one hand. Maybe that's why there's so many spelling errors. I told you, I went over there to try. Try and help Jeff because something was wrong.
I muttered.
He's choking on how crap it is.
Choking on my own rage here. I muttered. I was the plain Jane. Oh! I see what you did there!
Oh, it's another the fucking colour! No! No, I'm not doing this again!
He's run off.
Oh my god! Does someone want to check on him?
No, he's just being a drama queen.
No!
You break
No!
the chair!
It's a plain Jane! Fuck off! Fuck off! I won't break the chair, slamming a pillow on it ain't gonna break the chair, is it?
Your pansy
The
chair.
way you're hitting it.
Fuck off! No pillow has ever been known in the recording history to break a chair!
Well, from how high up you're throwing it down.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, break a pillow with a... No, break a chair with a pillow.
Brown hair, green eyes, completely unremarkable looks-wise.
Oh fuck!
No, he's doing it. It's spreading.
Every goddamn Mary Sue bullshit.
Oh, her only flaw is she's too modest. Has he broken his computer?
Is he
Has
gone?
he died? Damn it.
We fucking lost him.
His rage destroyed the internet.
There is a problem with this call. Alright guys,
Rage!
we're gonna have to carry on without Vince 12. He's
Oh.
so angry that he lost his internet.
That's a thing that happens.